All's fair in love and war, they say. Well, today we're going to look at a few arrows in each category. So I'm making custom bows now, and I want to show you what I've got so far. This is just the beginning, but I've got a smoke screen right here, and I've got the ability to make flashbangs. And so let's go look at some of our things right here. I'm going to go kill at E, type as arrow. There we go. So what we've got here is 4 different commands, and I'm going to show you how they work. And the reason why they're chained together like this is the commands are actually here, here, and here. And so what they're going to do is if you are going to make a custom bow, you want to add a tag to every arrow. And so the first ones I'm going to show you how to do are smoke bomb arrows or a smoke screen. And so what you can do is you give yourself a bow that has a tag. You can come up with a name. I named it Smokebow. And so what you'll do is when you do that, you'll cause an arrow that's nearby, that's not in the ground, to be turned into a smoke bomb arrow. And so what that will do is now we can just run a command where any of the smoke bomb arrows that are in the ground should have the particle explosion emitter. And so these two commands together, I'll have all the commands in the description as usual. Go check them out. But see, now whenever I shoot an arrow, it creates a smoke screen. You can see it from pretty good distance too. I believe the range is 32 blocks, and so 2 chunks away it'll show up. And you can come over here and pick up these arrows. And see, now they're gone. Should be 4 of them. Should be one right there, one right there. There we go. And so yeah, but it's a fun and easy way to do it. The last block in a chain, the reason you need to chain these together is you need to tag any arrow that isn't one of these magic arrows or one of these arrows that does a cool effect. And so what I do is I just do this after the fact. I just do for every player, we're going to set any arrows nearby to be normal arrow as a tag. I'll have that command up top in the description. And so now you know how to do that. So if you wanted to do just these two, you'd make the last one a repeat one instead. But since we're going to do some other ones, we're going to make these chain all the way down to the first one. And so the next thing is I've got right here what I call a Cupid arrow. And this one's a bit more sophisticated. So this one is a special bow. So if I go and I show it to you, I'm going to toss it on the ground and go data get at E type equals item distance equals. So you have to do data get entity. You have to tell what kind of thing you're getting data from. And so there's my bow, and you can see that I got Cupid 1 on it. And so you can set that. One of the easy ways to do that is, so for example, if I wanted to add another one on it, you could just go data merge, or merge at E type equals item. And I'll just scroll up and show you. So what you want to do is a command that looks like this. And so what you'll want to do is have item, and then tag, and then the name of the tag. And it'll be a key value, so I just do set to 1. And so this is how I did it for the flashbang one, which we'll get to in a second. And so do that for each of your bows, and you can have one that's got an extra NBT tag on it. And so you can actually name them, but if you want in an anvil, it doesn't make a difference. But that gives you the ability to have a special bow that works different from others. So the Cupid bow has that on it. And where's the Cupid bow? Here it is. And so it's in this one right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to merge the damage 0 using this into anything, if I go to the beginning, into any arrow that's tagged Cupid. And so what that will do is cause these arrows to not kill anything. So if I hit them, I can hit them all day. They will not take any damage. They're completely harmless arrows. And so I've got right here, I've got the next command, which is to run hearts at anything tagged Cupid. Now you could do type is arrow and have it do it on the arrow, and then you could do it on the entities that are tagged Cupid. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be tagging the entities as well. So I actually combine them, so I'm giving the same tag to the entities that I gave to the arrow. And so rather than specifying, now the arrow will actually be a Cupid arrow. And I made it so that it doesn't rub off on me. As long as I'm holding this bow, and this is how I did that, right here. So what I've got is, let's go to the middle. So this one is going to run for an arrow tagged Cupid. It's going to set if nbt not equals. You see that? Equals not. And so while doing this, I'm going to look for whether the player has Cupid. And so whether the, not the player, the entity has Cupid. And if not, we're going to put Cupid on it. And so Cupid, I'm safe as long as I'm holding this bow. So now, if I were to, let's say I shut this up into the air and I put the bow away. See, now it's all over me. See, now I'm infected. So really fun little thing. I know it's not exactly Valentine's Day, but little fun thing you can do. I will put all these commands in the description. So you're going to have, there's 4 different ones. This is going to assign the Cupid state. This one's going to actually get rid of it so that you don't have too many of them. So after you hit them, it goes away. And so I think they have to have it not set. I have it conditional. But then the last one we're going to go through is the flashbang. Or not, well then, not the last one. I've got one more to show you. But the flashbang is going to be 2 different things. So what we're going to do is do the same system where we have a special bow that has to have the name. I gave it flashbang. And then what we're going to do is, if that's the case, we're going to put flashbang on any of the bow or any of the arrows that are being shot. That's what this does. That's what each of these does. And so right here, I'm going to run particle flash on any of those. And I'm going to set their noise, and I did this in the very recent video on doing custom arrows. This is going to set their noise to be an explosion. And then after that happens, or any of them that are, this doesn't matter, this is just a repeat one. But this one, what this will do is when you have flashbang on an arrow, if it's in the ground, it goes away. And so that way it doesn't keep going flash, 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 flash. This will just go pop and it's gone because it's doing the particles on it. And so it just pops. So the last one is a neat one. I did it all in one block. So this one's very simple. It's the setup, but because we're not setting anything on the arrow, or on the, we're not setting a tag on the arrow and using it for later. We're literally just changing an attribute of the arrow. So what I did is I did a data merge for anything that doesn't have a tag yet, just like the other ones. What we're going to do is we're going to set silent to be 1. And so what this will do is it makes no sound when it lands. And so you can use these as like silent espionage arrows. And to get rid of these hearts, they're actually kind of annoying. What you need to do is you need to do tag at E, remove Cupid, and that will pull it off of us all. So now we're clean. So you'll miss the next one if you don't subscribe. Dr. Plasma out.